changes are here. Be open to them. And how your pet really feels about you being home all the time.
Welcome to the Hopefulist, a daily talk show hosted by veteran broadcaster Wendy McClure. Join Wendy each day as she shares her life lessons that transformed her from perpetual pessimist to the ultimate hopefulist. The perfect morning show to get you caught up on the day's top stories while sharing insights that will lead to positive transformation and bring out the hopefulist in you. For more inspiration, visit hopefulist.com. And now, here's your host and hopefulist, Wendy McClure.
Hello and welcome to a Cocktail Friday. We made it, people. It is the freaking weekend. It is April 3rd, 2020, day 201 of Gotta Get on Ellen. I don't know if you remember my excitement from yesterday of realizing that I miscounted my toilet paper rolls. Found out I had 19 rolls, feeling really good, feeling really excited. And as soon as I got done talking about it on the podcast, Joe came out and let me know, I used another one, so we're down to 18 rolls. It's one detriment to him being home here instead of at work. He's using all my toilet paper. The good news is Joe is COVID-19 negative. It's official. He is not infected with the coronavirus, just as we suspected. He didn't tell his boss yet. He says he's going to tell him today. We'll see. But he's having a good time here at home. He keeps getting supplied with unlimited lives for Candy Crush. You remember Candy Crush? Do you know anybody that still plays Candy Crush? My husband does. Now, he had taken a break for about a year or so, and then I asked him one time what level he's on. He's on level like 2,700 or something. I think I made it to 185. And he says he is far from being in the front. At one point, he was so far ahead of everybody else. He would get to these points where they wouldn't have new levels. It'd be like under construction or something. They'd still be building new levels for people to get to. But he just recently picked it up again. My fault, apparently, because I asked him what level he was on. And now he keeps getting, which is very nice of the Candy Crush people, by the way. This is the third day in a row now. He's gotten 24 hours of free lives. So he can just continue to play Candy Crush all day and all night. So there you go. We'll see what happens next week. Stay tuned to the days of our lives. Right? Pretty good, right? Did that off the cuff. So what else is going on? Well, it's the weekend. That's the good news. I got myself some new lounge pants, which I'm going to talk about in the blog post because I dedicated an entire blog post to my new lounge pants. Yes, that's how much I love them. I love them so much that I dedicated an entire blog post to them. Oh, the fun that is about to happen, people. You have no idea. So I wanted to talk about this article I found about how your pets really feel about all this togetherness, all of this being with you all the time. Is your dog thrilled to have you home? Do they like all the extra pets and extra long walks? Well, a couple of experts were consulted to figure out how our pets are really feeling during these unprecedented times of isolation. Now, they say that it depends on the situation. They started talking about cats. Some cats who are really super bonded with their people are thrilled, but the thing to remember is cats pick up on people's stress. And that's true of both dogs and cats. Your pets may become more clingy or hide out if they sense your stress and anxiety. And it's no surprise that people are feeling a bit more stress and anxiety these days. Now, if being home all the time means that the kids are constantly pestering the pets and they're not getting the rest they need, that could affect their well-being. If there's added chaos in your house, one expert suggests creating people-free zones to give your cat or dog a chance to escape. Generally speaking, though, you know whether something is not right with your pets. So watch for the little things that might seem a little off. Pet owners should look for any abnormal behavior such as appetite changes, increased vocalization, more clinginess, or even a pet who is hiding more. But best chance is that most pets are pretty happy to see their owners more regularly. The one expert says, I suspect our pets are absolutely tickled to death. I'm actually worried about what happens when we leave the house again. She said to help prepare them for a time when we'll be leaving the house more often, however far off it may be, maybe leave the house now regularly without the dog. You can do your groceries without the dog. Hopefully you're doing that anyway. Take a walk around the block or even just sit in your car and knit. Yeah, I don't see myself doing that. But all of these things can help prepare your pet for when you head back to work. The good news is if you're soothed by having more time with your pets, the same is probably true for them. Tucker seemed a little off yesterday. I don't know. She seemed kind of depressed. I kept saying it, and I think Joe thought I was crazy. But she just I don't know. She seemed off, and I kept trying to talk to her and play with her a little bit. And she wouldn't even wag her tail. So Joe and I decided to sit outside yesterday. He found a nice sunny spot for us that was kind of blocking the wind a bit more than the rest of the area. So we sat outside for a little bit in the sun, and we got her lead and tied her up out there with us. And that's when she finally seemed a little bit happier. So I was glad that we finally found something that was pleasing to her, shall we say. If you happened to see the group page yesterday, I had posted a picture. She came right up to me yesterday while we were sitting outside, and I happened to snap a picture. I was like, yeah, Tucker is not understanding the whole social distancing concept. She doesn't have to. They're okay. I have a couple of topics. I am going to start out with one. I have a calendar. Now, I also on the Hopefulist page yesterday, I had posted a picture of my new Workspace because Joe being home, I'm still doing the podcast here in the dining room area. It seems like that room that I set up my desk in is kind of sounds a little echoey. So I'm going to keep doing this here for the time being. I'm having a hard time finding the thing that I'm looking for. But while I was clearing out the area to look for, to set up my new Workspace, I cleared a lot of crap off my desk. And I found a daily calendar, the kind that, you rip off. It's an inspirational one that my cousin had got me for Christmas. And I turned to today, and there is a quote from Voltaire. And it was very appropriate, saying, life is bristling with thorns, and I know no other remedy to cultivate one's garden. No other remedy than to cultivate one's garden. So take care of your own garden. I thought that was very timely for this time we're going through. So I wanted to hear from you. What are some of your favorite quotes for getting through tough times? Beverly says, this too shall pass. Denise says, be stronger than the storm. Kathy says, you're allowed to scream, cry, but you are never allowed to give up. Linda says, one of my favorites, I can't change the direction of the wind, but I can adjust my sail to reach my destination. Perfect. Exactly. Charlene says, sometimes it is the people who no one imagines anything of who do the things that no one can imagine. I like that one. Gail says, bloom where you are planted. Corinne says, God only gives us what he knows we can handle. I responded with, yes, he thinks we are badasses. For sure. So there are some of your favorite quotes to get you through tough times. And I also did a fun little topic. Joe was very excited to have the day off, wanted to start enjoying an adult beverage, and he waited until 3 o'clock. Or, yeah, 3 o'clock. So made me wonder, what time does cocktail hour start during self-isolation? And then I was kind of trying to be cute, asking for a friend. So some of you people chimed in, and I really appreciated it. Larry, the voice of reason, says 5 p.m. Can't consume too early because then it goes all day and into the night. I don't want to put on any more weight, and I'm sure, and I'm the same person, drinker, virus or no virus. Yes, voice of reason. Roxanne told me my favorite that's been floating around since quarantine started. I believe I heard quarantine time is the same as the airport time, whenever you want. Libby says 1 o'clock. That would be whatever time the bottle is open. Renee says Prosecco at 10, beer at 1, vodka at 3, and wine at happy hour. Then off to bed and to start over again the next day. I like it. Dolores says anytime. Linda says, I have to honestly say I have started as early as 11. You do you, Linda. I'm good then. If you have started at 11, 3 o'clock's not so bad, right? Kate says 11, 12, 1, earlier. I don't know. Denise says, I start after work at 5. That is wine time. Lori says, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Marcy says, 20 minutes ago. Charlene says, always at the same time now. Marianne, I like her answer a lot. Whenever you want. I said, yes, that is the answer I was looking for. And Cheryl says, when you wake up? With a question mark. Hey, again, you do you. Whatever it takes, whatever makes you feel better. Moving on to today's blog post. Like I said, if you have seen the picture of today's blog post, it's me in a pair of new fabulous lounge pants. And it's an example of how better things are on the way. So things are definitely changing. I believe some things will never go back to the way they used to be. So it's time to embrace the changes, like them or not. Find a way to see the good in this situation. A friend of mine just posted a meme with a saying we use all the time in the personal development space. It's embrace the suck. Apparently, it is military slang, which I didn't know that is where it originated from. But it means you have to accept the things that are unpleasant but unavoidable for forward progress. We say this all the time in my circle because it is so true. It speaks to how you can't grow in your comfort zone. You have to be willing to get out of it in order to move forward in a meaningful way. So, this, like I was saying, I think some things will never get back to normal. I believe some of these new practices will stay in place just because it's being proven right now to work and it can save money at the same time. For example, I would be surprised if we ever see a toll taker again. They are all easy pass now, or they take a picture of your license plate and send you a bill. I also think a lot of companies will stick with a work from home scenario. So this is a good time to figure out which changes you like and which ones you would like to avoid. What will be, but you don't have to stay where you are. For example, if you are a toll taker, it's definitely a time to think about pivoting into something different. I'm just guessing this as an example for the toll takers. I don't know anything, but you have to be open to new possibilities. You have to be willing to let go of the old, to embrace the new, which leads me to my silly example, but really speaks to any type of change. If you've been listening to me for a while, you know that I got my first real pair of pajama pants for a Christmas party this year, and now I know why people wear them in public, because they are so freaking comfortable. It's hard to take them off. They're fuzzy and warm and so comfy, but